Alright, so I'm going to do a small tutorial for you here because you asked me for this. Um, I'm going to make it very short. I've got the chords in front of me. So I have to take this capo for this song. If you don't have it, I suggest you to buy one of these. So the capo goes to the fourth fret, okay? And I start with well, there are three chords in this, okay, for the starting part. So it starts with A minor. Um, it's like the proper A minor chord relative to the capo. So I'm just playing all the chords once, and then the second chord is D minor. So the D minor chord. Okay, I'll just quickly tell you what the chord is like. First finger, first fret relative to capo, the first string, and second fret, third string, and third fret, second string. So you're gonna hold these three. So that is D minor. Okay. And the third chord is E7. Okay, E7. E7 chord is well, it starts from the first fret, third string. I hold using my first finger, first fret, third string, and second fret, fifth string. Okay, so it's basically your E major chord with all these three fingers, but just that my ring finger, I just lift it off from the second fret, fourth string, and I'm only holding these two fingers here. All right, you can take a closer look. So I'm playing this. This is called the E7 chord, and then I go back to A minor chord. So this is for the verse. So for the first two lines, so it goes something like. Well, I have to show this also the strumming for this. There are two ways you can strum for this. So first I'll show you the easier one. The easier way you can strum is you can maybe just like do a. I'll just do each of the chord once: A minor, D minor, and E7 and A minor. Okay, so it starts like. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel, soy el agua que mata tu sed. Right? So the first line, soy el fuego que arde tu piel, you play two chords in that. Okay, it starts with A minor. Soy el fuego que arde. When you say que arde, you switch the chord que arde to D minor. E7. Soy el agua que mata tu sed. A minor. Okay. So the same way, the strumming that I'm doing here is it's like how do I explain this? It's a very instinctive kind of strumming. Okay, I'm doing one downstroke and two upstrokes, and then one downstroke, two upstroke. Or you can just like you can play any. I mean, strumming could be like even one downstroke and one up, and then again a down, and then before you switch, you do an upstroke at the end of the previous chord, and then start with a downstroke in the next chord, just to kind of accentuate that chord, so just to make it feel okay that there has been a transition, right? So this is the easy way of playing this. So let me just quickly play the first two verses for you. Shit, it's already 4 minutes. Okay, it's gonna be a bit long then. Let's see. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel, soy el agua que mata tu sed, el castillo o la torre yo soy, la espada que guarda el caudal. So when you sing that last line of the verse, you kind of leave it at a high note because the transition is very, it just goes suddenly into the next verse it's not a hook, or it's not like a chorus or something. It's like an intermediate verse that comes before the main version, right? So let's see how that goes. Okay, so it ends at guarda caudal, and yeah. So la espada que guarda el caudal. To el aire. That's okay. They have a different set of chords here. It's A7 here. Okay, A7 is nothing but in A minor chord. You just lift off this uh, ring finger, and that's A minor. Okay, A7, right? So A7 is basically first fret, second string, and second fret, fourth string. That's A7. And then you got your D minor earlier. It's the same thing, D minor. And you got G7, right? G7, well, you were in D minor, so you hold on to this one finger, your index finger, in your D minor chord, lift off these other two fingers, and hold second fret fifth string, and third fret sixth string, right? Um, so you're essentially holding the top part of your G major chord, and then open major chord, and then you are just retaining this one finger here, and that's G7, all right? So G7, and then you got C, right? And then you got F major 7, F major 7, or you can just play F, all right? F, and then D minor, and then E7 and A minor. All right, so I'll just quickly go over these chords again. Tu el aire que it's a bit higher, right? So it ends at el caudal. Okay. Tu el aire que respiro yo. G7, I'm going into G7 after this. Ya la luz de la luna en el mar. C, F major 7, la garganta que ancio mojar. E7, que amo, que temo ahogar. A minor, the amor. So my strumming has been a very basic strumming, okay? So that's all. That's literally what I have been doing. Okay, I can just play. It's like up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Okay, that's all I've been doing. And then when you just feel that, okay, when the transition, when you feel that there is a need to transition when you're singing along, I think that's it'll come very naturally when you keep playing it. Okay. So this takes us to the last part of the song, okay, which is it starts like cuales deseos me vas a dar. So here I play two chords, D minor. Alright, again it starts with D minor and E7. Okay. Cuales deseos me vas a dar. Oh, this is to D minor, and I'm gonna stay in this chord. Mi tesoro, basta con mirarlo. E7, A minor, y tuyo sera. E7, y tuyo sera. So I'm gonna just play this song, play this part again, okay? Just so you know the chord progression for this part. Y cuales deseos me vas a dar. And this is tú, mi tesoro, basta con mirar. Y tuyo será, y tuyo será. All right. So So this is the easier way of doing this. Okay, I won't say this is the easier way. I mean, this is one way of doing it, and then there's another way of strumming this. I figured that's slightly closer to the actual version of the song, and that goes something like. So you basically hand pick in that, right? You're not like strumming the whole chords like this, the whole chord. You're just like strumming it. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same with the same chords. I'm gonna play the same song again. The chords are gonna remain the same. All I'm doing is I'm just changing the strumming pattern. So I'm gonna pluck a bass string. Okay, for example, if I'm playing the A minor chord, I'm gonna pluck the A string, and when I pluck the A string, I use my two fingers, the index and the middle finger, to pluck the second and the third string, and that happens in two different motions, right? There's a bass, and I pluck these two strings, and I and I just like do this chuck, right? I do this chuck, and when I do the chuck, when I land on this chuck, I again plug these two strings, and I keep doing this, right? It's like it's like slightly percussive, and it feels good when you're singing with the song. You also get a natural tempo of the song when you're playing it like this. Okay, so let me try playing it like this. Just very quickly, I'll just play the song again, like with this strumming pad. All right. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel, soy el agua que mata tu sed, el castillo, la torre, yo soy la espada que guarda el caudal, tú el aire que respiro yo. Y a la luz de la luz del mar, la garganta que ancio mojar, que temo ahogar y amor, y a cuales deseos me vas a dar. Oh, oh. Dices tú mi tesoro, basta con mirar y el tuyo será, y el tuyo será. See, there is another way of playing this song. So the one way of playing the song is just like playing with the strumming, and the second way of playing is with this kind of this chuck and percussive style of guitaring, and the third way of playing this song is just by plucking notes of a chord and just singing it along. I think this is the easiest to do, and I think it's also the most beautiful way of playing this song, right? So when you're sitting around people and there's a lot of silence, I think this works the best, right? And when there's a lot of noise around you, I think that's when you have to strum, because it just drowns all the surrounding noise out. That's at least that's what I do. Okay, so the same thing. Let me play just one verse. Okay, with this kind of playing. I'm just plucking random strings here. Okay, I'm gonna sing. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel, soy el agua que mata tu sed, el castillo, la torre, yo soy la espada que guarda el caudal, tú el aire que respiro yo, y a la luz de la luna del mar, la garganta que ansio mojar, que temo ahogar, te amo. So what I do is I use this part in the beginning, and then I start with the chords. And so it's like it sort of gives you like a space to create to let the murmuring and all the voices go down when people are listening to you. And this is a great way of grabbing attention whenever you want to sing in front of people. You plug in the capo and you just start plucking the notes and then just sing at the highest level possible. And I think that'll calm people down. I think that has always worked for me. I hope this helps. This video is something that I've exclusively made for you. Hope this helps. Let me know. All right, let me know if this helps. If you need anything else. Uh, Okay, see you. Bye. And oh, okay. Before I leave, I have a challenge for you because I made this because I put in some effort to make this video for you. I want you to learn this song and make a video of that and send it to me. Let me know how that sounds. Bye.